afternoon, Mech Warriors. It is me, Spectre here, and today I'm doing yet another Insanity Challenge. This time I've got someone to share my pain. So, without further ado, this is CJ.
Sup?
Very enthusiastic. This is the last time I underestimate the powers of YouTube and my very irritating friend here who will be getting it in the near future. You know the drill, it's 5 matches per day, so without further ado, we are hot dropping in. You know, I really should get some kind of account to let these guys post video or responses and have to answer them. I really should do something like that. Aye. Here comes the pain. I almost want to say this is horrible, horrible nostalgia. I don't think I can say that. I kind of feel like I can't do commentary because I'm always so quiet in battle. I mean, the only thing I ever do is really give orders. And you're not saying anything. You do know this is a two-way gig, right? Oh, wow. Okay, we're up against a... This is gonna be painful. CJ! You can talk too, you know. This is gonna be a feckin' bloodbath. Look at this.
I love the smell of blood in the morning.
Oh, seriously, there's a lot of actual team members. I'm gonna get hammered tonight.
Oh, I hate this map.
I like... Two favorite maps have to be River City and Canyon Network.
At least I down one guy.
You never know, he might rejoin. You know, I mean, I don't really like the weapons that I have on there, but I can't complain too much about the Ultra AC4. I mean, I like the recycle time on it, I just wish it had more damage. The pulse lasers, the only reason why I put an extra 2 pulse lasers in there was I did it for you guys, because I know how pulse lasers really work. And if any of you are questioning why I haven't used the flamers, it's because the flamers are on a separate key. I've only got access to the first and second trigger. If I want to use flamers, I have to give up one direction of movement.
Hey, look, it's your cousin.
What? Are you talking about the Timberwolf?
On your left.
I don't see anything. Oh. You know, hey. Who the heck just shot?
Did you just shoot me?
Negative, I didn't fire a shot. What the hell? Was that you?
I didn't fire a goddamn thing. You shot me.
I didn't shoot anything.
Do you
Well,
have
let's
any
go.
lasers on board?
What?
Do you have lasers?
Yeah,
I'm
I got...
getting shot at.
Okay, let's check this out. I'm not liking this. You take point, you're heavier than me. You got
There
a...
he is.
You got a Raven. Hit him with the AC-20. Alright, I forgot you have LBXs. I'm getting lit up like Christmas over here. Okay, that one might have been me. Sorry.
Thanks.
Oh, come on. He's lit us both up. Besides, if I have
Move
to
up
sub...
and over.
Let's be careful. No idea. No telling how many mechs are out here.
Good point.
So you still in school or are you out?
What?
Are you still in school?
Why are you asking that in 1 second, please?
Well, school down here is getting Whoa,
No,
got a hot
good
one.
time to answer that in this fucking voice right here.
What? Come on, let's go support these guys. There's a lot of them.
Target acquired. New target acquired.
Yeah, weapon jam. I really have to control the fire on the AC, on the Ultra AC5. It's a good gun, I gotta remember my timing.
Warning, incoming missile.
That's why we can see so many of them. There's a UAV in the area. Okay, now how did it jam? I only fired one shot. I gotta tell ya, I was playing a match a while back, and I accidentally blasted one of my guys. It was solely an accident. He did not have any indicator of friendly or hostile, and I blasted him. It was a great shot. 2 LBXs straight to the chest. Fabulous shot. I'm getting lit up over here.
Heat level critical.
Smoke!
Torso critical damage.
I'm trying to move. I'm kind of lit up. I can't defend myself.
Right torso destroyed. Right arm destroyed. Machine gun destroyed.
I'm dead. Well, one match down, 4 more to go.
Down and out.
This Direwolf's got I'm looking at, has a loadout similar to mine on the Destroyer. Except for the fact that it's got pulse lasers. Now, many people may wonder why I don't like pulse lasers. Simple
Target destroyed.
fact of they generate way too much heat. And they don't do all that much damage. I know a lot of you say that they're really good for damage. Unless you got like 10 plus heat sinks on there, they're not doing much any good. I mean, CJ, where do you stand?
I didn't hear a goddamn thing you said. Too much explosions.
I was talking about why pulse lasers are so bad.
What's so bad?
Pulse lasers.
Yeah, they're kind of weak.
I mean, I know maybe some of you out there think that they're really great weapons, and honestly, for you, they may work really well. But I don't feel they're a good weapon. I mean,
They need an
heat-
upgrade.
not even if you could upgrade them, I mean, I just don't see much in any point. They fire more rapidly, but the more rapidly it fires, the higher amount of heat you're going to put out. It's really more of a disadvantage. You're not really getting a whole lot. I mean, if anything, you're spending a whole lot for just a tiny bit of actual...
Not to mention the heat.
Exactly. You need a lot of heat sinks just to keep that thing running cold. And I know that some people say flamers are an effective weapon. I mean, I'm sure they are, but the mechs I drive, flamers have little to no effect on me. I had one guy who literally ran up on me, and he just sat there with like 3 flamers. He was hitting me, and sure, maybe it was because he was a light, but he was still fresh. With 2 shots of an LBX, with my
Target
LBXs,
acquired.
I leveled him. Nothing but CT. Flamers aren't just that much of an effective weapon. Maybe that's me. I just feel like they're not that useful. CJ, do you have any complaints you'd like to share? Let's keep a debate going.
No, I don't give a damn.
New target
It pisses me off.
acquired.
Well, I mean, if this is going to be commentary, then I think maybe we should debate and talk a little bit about the game and what we think, and give our opinions on it, and what else we can discuss.
Critical damage.
Well, the heat sinks. I don't.
Left torso
Sorry, say again. I had
at 25%.
a bunch of mechs on one guy.
Critical.
The heat sinks.
Well,
They feel weak.
Center torso.
I don't know. I mean, the amount of heat sinks I have in my destroyer, which I've not changing the
I have a very
official.
problem overheating. I barely get it unless on very hot maps.
I usually don't overheat, mainly because I'm more of a ballist. I'm very ballistic heavy.
Torso. Critical
I mean,
damage.
I don't have that many energy weapons, and even when I do, I mean, the most
It's
energy
not
weapon.
my arms to shoot fucking lasers. That's not that very effective. That's my biggest point.
The most energy weapon heavy mech I have has to be Gatling gun, and even then I chain fire it, and that's only got one, maybe two double heat sinks in it, and it stays relatively cold, even in hot maps.
I wish I could chain fire.
I mean, I'll agree. My dad brought this up the other day. Is like, double heat sinks can be a bit of a disadvantage, and I actually thought about it, and he's kind of right.
Depleted.
And you're gonna die because,
Pretty much double heat sinks in the legs for me.
well, if you put heat sinks in the legs, then yes, that will help you heat. That will help you to run more cold.
Look, they're using freaking smoke. They're using fucking tactical advantages. You know, area strike and shit.
Well, I mean, if the shoe fits, but I mean, he said it actually got me thinking that you could technically use single heat sinks, and they could theoretically actually be more effective than doubles. I mean, I think it's a bit different because clan heat sinks, you can, though the double heat sinks, they only take up 2 slots with 1 ton.
Why can't you just have ability to make how effective the heat sink is?
You can get XP upgrades, and that will help to counter that. This is about to get, oh no, never mind.
You know, add more heat sinks instead of having a whole fucking bunch.
Well,
Like they do
you
with
could
Arrow.
add heat sinks, but it's all very much dependent on how do you balance out your mech. I mean, you at the bare minimum, you may need a lot of heat sinks, but at the same time, you also need stuff like ammo and maybe some equipment. I mean, I'd say at the bare,
I have here. I don't have much ammo, especially for my freaking cannons.
I don't have a whole lot. Normally, on mercenaries, I would carry about, I'd carry 80 rounds of LBX ammo, and maybe I'm doing something wrong with this variant, but I'd have to really check. Actually, I need to check something with the faction real fast, see if a buddy of mine... No, he did not sign on yet. Well,
I've got... Let's see.
I do,
Wait.
I mean, I want...
How many rounds is a AC-20 ammo?
I think it's like 7 shots.
No, not AC-20. LB-10X ammo. How much is that?
LBX ammo, I'd have to check. For Inner Sphere?
Yeah, for my mech.
Well, okay, I'll give you guys a sneak peek at Steiner's Hammer here. Actually, no, I won't. I'm gonna be a jerk. You guys don't get to see Steiner's Hammer. Not yet. You guys can see Scooter instead. I really think that they could, I mean, I like the addition of the half ammo. That's really kind of a nice thing, because not all the time you can...
Yeah, I like that too. That's
it's
so
7
much
shots.
bolts.
I mean, it's really kind of a nice way to squeeze that extra little bit of ammo in there. Sure, it's not much, but, I mean, you know, tomato, tomato here. I'm excited. I'm really would like to. I can't wait to see the more of Community Warfare come in. I'm really excited for that to come out. I'm also really excited to see the new map. I've missed out a ton of opportunities to see it in the when the crud, when the public tests are,
Should we go hot for more ammo?
I would say it all depends on how you want to rig your mech up.
Well, the cannon doesn't take much heat, and besides, I never overheat anyway.
Well,
Unless
I'd
I
say you
need
could
this.
maybe sacrifice a heat sink or two for a little bit more ammo.
I only got like 4 heat sinks, 2 in the engine and 2 in the leg, and that's it.
I would say you might be able to get away with dumping one.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I just don't like which leg should I keep, left or right?
Flip a coin. That's what I usually do.
Well, I'm right-handed, so I'll leave the one right leg in there.
I mean,
Now to put some more ammo.
really, if anything, I feel that I've got a bit of armor trouble, and that might be the case right now because I'm using a mech that's not. I mean, I told this to a guy once, and I said that a good mech warrior can fight in a mech that even is not fitted for him and still do pretty well. And I've been doing okay with this mech. I mean, it's just the way I am. I can adapt. Most people have a hard time adapting to new mechs. I really would still like to see stock coolant come into play. I mean, I'd like to think of it as the cool shots be an upgrade, but the stock coolant is something that is there, built into the mech that you can use. It's not as good. Make it like, what, first cool shot's a cool shot like 6. So, make the stock coolant 5% less effective than the cool shot 6. That sounds pretty fair. I mean, you still get a decent amount of heat cooling, but it's not as good as what you could be if you spent the extra C-bills to buy extra coolant. I think that'd be an effective approach. I don't know. What are your thoughts on anything you'd like to see from MechWarrior, or have anything you'd like to talk about? DJ.
Yeah?
Would you like to talk about anything, or do you have anything you'd like to say? Anything you'd like to discuss?
Let me see, medium lasers?
Okay, what do you want to talk
I
about the
feel like
medium
the light
lasers?
lasers, they don't do much damage. The only thing that makes a difference is like the large lasers. So it's like,
I would say Intersphere medium lasers are pretty good. I've used clan lasers, and they're the projection time is definitely longer than Intersphere. They are projecting the beam for a lot longer time frames, something that I don't particularly like. I mean, it's good that it has that, but I think that having that beam out there for that long of a time, I don't know. It's just, it kind of bugs me. Intersphere lasers, though, I do feel that they are a bit underwhelmed. I feel like they
I'm
could.
thinking about going pulse laser, medium pulse laser. It's sacrifice range for damage.
Dude, I've been using 2 medium pulse lasers. I seriously would not recommend pulse lasers. I would say just go with regular medium lasers and chain fire them.
I can't change fire, I only got 2 in one arm.
And why can't you chain fire?
Because one's on the left, one's on the right. Just one each.
So, on my Gatling gun,
What's
I've
the
got
point of that?
on my Gatling gun, I got lasers all over the place.
I can't Gatling it.
Well, it's your call. I mean, even I think it's Scooter who's Scooter's got 2 large lasers. Heck, well, I'm not gonna talk about anything Steiner's hammer. You guys are gonna have to wait to see that one. Either way, though, we need to keep things rolling. So
Too heavy for that.
I kind of want to give these guys something to listen to, because I mean, it's just us talking about what's been going on. I'd actually like to have an actual debate, like, you know, where some kind of pros.
I took them both off.
should be having that next video come out. I mean, that'll probably come out later tonight, and I'll get this one up the next day. I really don't like the fact that I'm getting set behind like this. I really wasn't thinking when I issued the challenge. How about you take a turn? How about you take a turn and lead a discussion? Why don't you?
What is there to discuss?
I don't know. Whatever you feel like.
This game needs work.
What do you? Well, okay. What do you think it needs work on?
A huge makeover, for fuck's sakes. It needs fixing like everywhere.
Well, they are doing a patch for Labor Day weekend, and they're going to be installing some new elements. I would say, I mean,
Like what?
I don't quite remember. You guys could check that out on the website, but I mean, keep in mind here, the companies that make MechWarrior, they're not like big corporations like Infinity Ward or Ubisoft or Unreal. I think they're not big companies like that. They're kind of small, and I hate to say that they're small because, I mean, personally, as a huge BattleTech MechWarrior fan, I think it's really a great game. I mean, I agree.
You know what
It's
this
got.
game really needs? A
What?
campaign or something like that.
I don't know. That seems
Or
like it'd be.
bots. 1 or 2.
I don't know. That seems like it'd be a very far stretch, and you got to keep in mind that they have to keep the eye of the public in like view
I've
as
played
well.
games similar like this before. It is just the same, but it was online. Same as everything. The
I don't
difference
know.
was the game I was playing, because you can't play anymore. It's gone. It's shut down. It was
I'm
a good
sorry.
game at the time. It was fun. It was a I can't remember the name, but you had this robot. It was like not like MechWarrior game. They were fast, and they had like jump jets and shit like that. I loved the game. I couldn't play it because I was on a shit PC. So they shut down the game. Game was over. I never got a chance to fully play the game. It's so cool, like fucking mechs.
Well, I have done a video game camp, and I got to learn about how to script video games, how to build them, and I definitely understand the amount of time and work that goes into these things. Building something like a campaign, I think that's a bit out of their range right now, and I mean, if maybe I'm wrong here, but I think at the time that they are, I think that they should just try and focus their energy on trying to get what they have in store for MechWarrior to get that working, and then maybe touch base on that. I mean,
Well, either they do something or they die trying.
well, that's pretty much how we all do things, except we don't maybe literally die, we just fail, and we have to, you know, own up to it and try again later.
And go bankrupt. Run out of money and can't fix the game.
If anything, I would like to see, I would really like to see I'd like to see them come out with
Online.
an ability to buy maybe
What's that
Answers
MechWarrior game on the
online.
Crisis game?
Online.
The unlock
on the what?
mod.
All
You know that
systems
MechWarrior game that was
online.
modded? On
That
the
was
Crisis.
what?
I think what it's called.
I know League of Legends.
No, MechWarrior. It was a MechWarrior, not really a game. It was on, you know Crisis 1, the first one?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The Crisis engine, the Cry engine.
Okay. I do know that before this version of
There was a
MechWarrior,
MechWarrior game. It was a modded one by the fans. That went out good, but not many people will play it, even though it's perfect.
I know that back in the day there was an older version of MechWarrior Online, and that got shut down for, I don't remember why. And then I know that this is really the only actual official.
MechWarrior Living Legends, that's what it's called.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I was trying to think of.
Yeah, that one's perfect. You can run around, buy mechs, and I'm being shot at and I told.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're shooting me, my back's exposed.
We got movement in the water.
I'm about to get destroyed. How are they shooting me in the back?
Don't
How-
gonna lie.
Oh my god. Goddamn scout. This is cool.
Need your help down here.
I'm dead already. I can't help.
And that's why I don't like pulse lasers.
Vehicles are critically damaged.
Yeah, I'm dead. I can already
What?
tell this is gonna be a rough
Ammo.
night.
As soon as I spawn, I
Artillery
die.
strike online.
Yeah, I had that happen to me,
New target acquired.
It was a little fucking scout one. It was a... What's it called?
Jenner.
Yeah, I think it was called that. One sec. Yep, it was a Jenner.
New target acquired.
I don't know what I had on it. Probably but it fucking infected. It took me out instantly.
New target acquired.
I don't know. But going back to touch bases on the
New
game,
target acquired.
there's a lot that I would like to see from MechWarrior Online. I mean,
See, some maps bigger than others.
Artillery strike
you're
online.
gonna have to speak up. I got someone who's firing
New target
LRMs.
acquired.
Fuck it.
I'm gonna maybe see about how maybe, you know, I'm gonna put this out there. If anyone has any tips as to how to record better gameplay
Target
footage, I would
destroyed.
love your
New target
input.
acquired.
I know that I'm not a professional at this. And to be honest, if I can get people who will
Artillery
help
strike
me,
online.
that would
Okay, I
be
donated.
that would be very nice if I could actually get help with that. Because I mean, I want to be effective for you guys. I want to make it so you guys are as pleased with the videos as I like to be.
It's like they're not scared anymore.
But let's touch bases back on more of the game. Talk about that. I'm actually really happy now because of the new faction element that they put in, due to the fact that they're actually starting to put in community warfare. That guy just got hammered. I'm really happy now that Stormwind Pirates is now actually an official thing. I'm really happy to see that that's there. I mean, I can imagine that early on, as soon as MechWarrior came out, people were, you know, all about, well, hey, let's make these plans, let's make these factions, and put ourselves together. That was a horrid match. And I can imagine that people were very much appreciative of that, and I really wanted to do this for so long. I actually wanted my own merc company. Now to see that I actually have something physical, that's really great to see.
You want to play something besides MechWarrior?
Well, I mean, there's other games that I'd like to play, but I mean, with the faction war going, or not with the
I
faction
bet
war, with
you even
this,
haven't played Team Fortress 2, have you?
and that's my dad.
What?
I don't know. I'm not really a big thing with my dad. I mean, where'd you go?
What do you mean, me?
Yeah, you left.
Yeah. Fuck game's paying my ass. I died instantly.
So you're just gonna rage quit?
I'm mad. They need to fix that.
Well, there's not much you can really do about it. If someone outthinks another pilot, that's not really their fault.
At the start of the match, he just folds it to the fucking other team's base and kills me. And I didn't even realize it was there.
It's just how things go. I mean, that's just the way that happens.
I miss the Elden MechWarrior games. Much better than this. Bigger maps, the better. Not to mention the mechs feel a lot weaker than they do in other games.
Well, you gotta understand that they're still putting elements and aspects into here that are gonna change the game, like I
But
said,
I missed one big element and aspect.
which
The
is...
mechs feel like toys.
Well, you can't blame them. I mean, they're still kind of getting things set up. I mean,
Look at MechWarrior Living Legends. The mech look like badasses. They don't look like toys. They explode. They fucking last.
you can't be too rough on them. I mean, they're just getting community warfare out. I mean, look at all the stuff they've done up until now. This
So
isn't
you're
a
telling me
big...
they're gonna change all the armor settings when they finish the game?
I can imagine that that's one of the things that they're gonna change eventually.
Cause I feel fucking weak.
I'll admit,
Don't
I've
feel
had...
like an atlas. That's what I'm saying here.
Well, maybe you need to rethink the way way you load out your armor. I mean, no variant is perfect. And you can't really think out every single, possible thing that could happen on the battlefield.
Reactor
I've had
online.
the strangest of strange happen to me,
Sensors
and even
online.
then, I've still come out coming fine.
Online. All systems.
It all
nominal.
depends on how you play the game. I mean, I'm mostly a brawler, so I've got to stay, when it comes to it, I stay mostly around thick buildings where...
Okay, I have an idea for the perfect MechWarrior game.
Oh boy.
Take the cockpit of the MechWarrior Online. Take all the engineering settings, weapons, whatever from MechWarrior Mercenaries or Vengeance, whatever, MechWarrior 4. And take all the graphical things, like the water effects from MechWarrior 3. Put them all together, you get a great MechWarrior game.
Well, I would say, if anything, if you
Target
have personal
acquired.
complaints against the game, I would say maybe you might want to pitch something to the devs. Ask them and say, hey, ask them questions, and maybe you'll get a response back.
And the response is they won't give a damn. It's all about the money in the end.
I wouldn't say that, because they have done many things. They've listened to people who play the game, then they've changed elements. I mean, if you really feel so strongly about this, why don't you
Then what
submit...
has changed? Everybody's complaining. Go and look at the forums. Nothing's changed.
A lot has changed. They have made significant tweaks to the jump jets and a few of the weapons. I don't know
I
where I was
don't
going
use
with that.
jump jets. And the weapons feel weaker now.
Well, they've altered heat elements. They're trying their best to keep the game.
It's not a problem. I'm not heating up.
Well, if you feel they have altered damage aspects, I mean, they actually gave LRMs where you can fire them at shorter distances and they'll still do damage. They won't do as much damage as at range, but they'll still do damage. I thought that was really kind of a nice thing that they did.
Okay.
If you really feel so strongly about it, I would advise that, why don't you go out and actually send something to the devs and say,
It
hey,
takes too long, trust me. I'd rather just wait it out.
well, then I'm not going to sit here and have you complain about the game is really bad if you're not going to actually bother to try and provide feedback. I mean, if I knew how, I would so provide feedback. I would provide feedback if I knew how, but because I don't, I can't. And to be honest, I really would like to add feedback. I'd like to be able to, I'd like to say to the devs, I think this would be a good idea, or I think maybe you should try this.
Seriously, forward to MechWarrior Legends. That was perfect what they did.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you very well.
MechWarrior Legends?
Ow.
Warning, incoming
I've
missile.
seen it. I don't really like Living Legends of Roblox. I
I
don't.
love it. It was perfect for me.
I don't like the way it's set up. I think it's. I mean,
Yes,
I,
it is
Target
complicated,
acquired.
but that's the way. It's supposed to be complicated.
I don't know. I think the guys at MechWarrior Online, I agree. I've got a few of my complaints with it, but
Not
I
to
think
mention you get out of your mech and go to another one. That's right.
that was a stupid Raven that just got killed. But I mean, going back,
Warning, incoming missile. Up to 25%.
oh, someone's got ECM coming.
Warning, incoming
I
missile.
definitely think that there are. I'll stand behind MechWarrior just because, I mean, it's me. I know that you've got your
Warning,
grievances
incoming
with it, and
missile.
I've got mine. Personally, I feel that on some days, I feel that I have weaker armor than I really should be. But then again, I've been playing with a mech that's significantly weaker than what I'm usually driving. And going back to that whole thing of a good mech warrior can adapt to any situation. It's kind of something we have
That's
to
silly. Shooting out the legs kills your mech. So what? You're not fully dead. You should be able to still shoot,
be. not really. If you lose both legs, then technically you have no engine. It makes sense. And
Isn't
I've
the
actually...
engine located in the body, not the legs?
Well, the engine is part of the legs.
How is that even possible? I thought that's just connected.
New target
No,
acquired.
think about it. You have to walk with your legs. I mean, it was in the tabletop games, how it was if you got your legs shot off, then you would actually just fall over. And you were still able to shoot, but to be honest, I think it's...
Just imagine you fall on your broken legs are gone. You can still move your torso, but you can't get back up.
I think it's better this way to have it where if your legs get shot off, you die. I
New
like it
target
more like that.
acquired.
I really
silly to
do.
me.
I mean, I've gotten a few leg kills. Okay, I've gotten
And
actually...
if you want to see something really futuristic, you know when they blow the shit out of your back knees? That'd be cool if you could see the engine inside. That's the future right there. Literally the breeze coming out like this fake skin crap. Spectre?
Yeah, I'm fighting.
Target destroyed.
Oh.
I've actually gotten quite a few kills in this game. This is pretty good considering I am driving a significantly lighter mech.
Just go get a laser and blow a hole into a dummy mech. I know what I'm talking about.
Target acquired.
Really, when I first started playing the MechWarrior Online, it was really kind of a throw...
Target destroyed.
Oh, I almost had him too. It was really kind of a throw for me because it was a completely new MechWarrior. I'd never seen anything like this before. And it took me a long time to actually get used to it and put it into... Oh, I got 4 kills. That's pretty good for me. It took me a long time to actually get in there and actually start becoming a good pilot. I had to accept the fact that I was fighting in a completely different ground. This was something I'd never done before.
I'm sticking to Living Legends.
My dad is all sorts of being weird. You know, you've got Living Legends, that's fine for you. Honestly, with all the negative...
It's free, dude.
I know, but all the remarks you've been throwing at MechWarrior, I kind of wonder, why are you still here? It sounds like you absolutely think the game's a horrid piece of...
Because I worked my ass off to get my antler. That's why I'm here. I'd rather wait and see what happens. So it works
Well,
or not.
then I'm afraid that I can't see any justification for you complaining. I cannot see that. If you're just going to complain about how bad the game is, I really don't see much of a point in you actually playing.
I guess it's for the fun, I guess. Where the fun is left.
Well, it sounds very much like you don't have fun, that every match is absolutely horrid, and to be honest, you're kind of whining.
Truthfully tell you, yes, I am. It's annoying.
It's annoying for me too. I have a great passion and love for MechWarrior. I've always had it ever since I first got
Same here,
introduced.
no difference. I love MechWarrior as well. Especially MechWarrior 3 and 4. Those were great.
I'm more of MechWarrior 4.
Yeah, I just like the graphics from MechWarrior 3, that's all.
Mercenaries was really
4
the
was
first.
perfect. And
Mercenaries was the first I ever got introduced to MechWarrior, and I'm really proud of it. And when I first heard about this, I was all about getting on there. I honestly thought that when I was going to be there, I would be the best
Reactor
MechWarrior out there.
online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Maybe it's the map size, that could be the problem. Feels
I
small.
I would definitely say that a lot of the maps, I feel Alpine Peaks. I'm on it right now, and to be
They're
honest,
all small. Every single one of them.
I would disagree with Alpine Peaks. It is far too big.
No, play Living Legends. Those maps are huge. They got like jungle parts, and you just get lost. You can't even go back to base. That's how lost it is. But it's fun as hell. Fire a friggin' tank or a mech or whatever. I love it. Good times. Heck, I might even just go back and play it a little bit more, if there's anyone playing it yet. The only downside is downloading it. It takes a long time.
I just can't really sit here and agree with you on a whole lot, because I just can't.
What do you disagree about?
I disagree. I mean, I agree with you on the facts that there are elements of the game that I don't agree with. I understand, and I can, in some ways, not really appease you. I don't really know what a good word is. Ow. That was stupid of me.
What don't you like?
Well, I would definitely say that I don't like the fact that I can get someone with an AC-20 shell and just rip me apart. But, I mean, at the same time, I understand that there are mech warriors out there who are very much, they think differently than me. And I understand, and I may not like it at times, but I understand that some mech warriors are, in fact, smarter than me.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna wait and see what happens to this game in the future. If it gets good, I might come back to it. If not, I'll just play it for kicks and fun, you know?
I can't count how many times you've said that.
That's what I'm saying. I don't hate it that much.
Well, from what I've been hearing, it certainly sounds like you think that,
It just bugs me, you know? They like still haven't fixed the problems. It's just so simple.
well, doing this kind of thing, creating a video game, that is a lot of work. Speaking from kind of a little bit of experience here, I did a camp and I
You
learned
played
how to...
Mercenaries, right?
Yeah.
You know you get shot by enemies, AI, etc.
Yeah.
And you're on one-on-one with a mech. They just shoot at you with lasers, whatever they can.
Well,
And as they're doing that, you don't feel like your body's being ripped apart. You don't feel like nothing like that, especially with the lasers. You're
I
just
will
going
admit-
down slowly and slowly, and
Warning,
like this game,
incoming
like just
missile.
fucking 2 laser beam shots damages really badly.
Warning, incoming
Because
missile.
you're supposed to get it at the top, which is the armor, and bottom the
Warning,
skin of the mech.
incoming missile.
I'm being hammered in here. I can't hear you very well.
You know the 2 layers you got, armor and skin?
I guess.
Yeah. The armor just goes off quickly, and then soon enough you're dead enough. Just dead. Something like that.
I don't know. I would disagree with that. The way I rig my mechs, I would say that when it comes to laser fire, I don't have a whole big problem with it. Maybe it's just me, but I feel that I don't really much have a problem.
I think
With
mech
the way-
mercenaries have the perfect damage system.
Well,
I'm right.
in Mercenaries, I'm very well capable of handling I mean, I play on regular difficulty, but even still, I'll go through Solaris, and even in an assault match, I will go through and I won't have to spend too much money on making repairs. Just because, I mean,
Warning, incoming
a lot of
missile.
people think that LBX weapons aren't all that cracked up to be, that they're not all that good.
Warning, incoming
I'm
missile.
getting my ass getting shot off up here. But, I mean, the
Warning, incoming
amount of
missile.
weapons that I use and the way I rig them out, I'd say that I'm a more than comprehensible mech warrior. And if anyone out there would like to challenge that, then I would certainly say you are more than welcome to. That is of your own opinion, that maybe you're better than me, and I respect that. There are other mech warriors out there who have more skill than me. I mean, I know that
Incoming
Bombadil,
missile.
he's probably done way more than me. He's probably a lot better than me. I understand and respect that, and I try to learn what I can from other people, but when it comes down to it, I'd say that I have a pretty good idea of what I'm doing now.
Next game is in the Philippines.
Target acquired.
I think I've done 4 matches already. Fuck, that wasn't cool.
Hey,
I really
dude.
gotta sit and reconfigure my rear torso armor.
Buying Interstellar Marine.
Do what?
Interstellar Marine.
I'm gonna have to take a look at this when the month is over.
What? Game we talking about?
Well, no, I mean, I just need to reconfigure my armor, but I don't want to do that right now because I'm not driving in the destroyer. I'm nicknaming this mech Scrap Metal.
Because it gets tons in scrap.
Pretty much. I mean, I hate, if you guys have a problem with me dissing on these weapons, I'm sorry, but this is my opinion. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. I simply state mine as I feel it is. If you don't like my opinion, then that's certainly
Target destroyed.
your
New target
opinion, I guess.
acquired.
Okay.
How many matches did we do together?
I don't know, I don't...
I think we've done 3 matches total, so I'm gonna do.
Target destroyed.
I think you and me. I think I've done 3 right now, so I'll do 2 more. Then I'll be 5. Then I'll probably call it in for the night because I'd actually like to relax before I have to go to bed.
Then go to bed.
I can't. I have to do 5 matches, and then I'm gonna relax for a bit.
Hey.
Target acquired.
Let's think about what's to come with MechWarrior, and let's not dwell on the past. I'm still very excited for Community Warfare. If any of you have seen the 7th, I think it's the 7th Ask the Dev Squad, I'm very much interested in seeing how this is going to work. Because from what I've understood, I mean, you can actually drop into different systems and capture planets for your house. That sounds amazing. I mean, for me, I love Steiner. I was a huge Davion supporter for a long time, but then over the years I grew more towards Steiner. I would be very much happy to actually fight for Steiner and win that planets. I'm very interested in I really can't wait to see that. I hope that comes out sometime in the next few months. Maybe even this month. CJ, do you have anything would you like to say anything about Community Warfare?
It's gonna be horrible.
What makes you say that?
The game still needs fixes.
Well,
And a lot.
maybe Community Warfare will offset those. Will offset that.
You know
So-
what beta? With all the jumping around mechs and shit?
What?
The beta.
So,
Yeah, the mechs felt stronger back then. Now they feel weaker.
well, I don't
Whatever
really
they
know.
did, they did something to change the damage.
I'm really not even gonna go ahead and argue that because I'm
Battles
talking to the wall.
last longer before. Now they last like really short.
I don't know. I don't have a problem with this at all.
Yeah, the best thing to do is get a liquid mech and like have a cannon or a big, very long laser or PC or something like that, and snipe. Just snipe. That's the only way to get the good stuff.
I don't have a problem with my armor. I've gone into a few matches, and if I play smart enough, I won't take too much damage. I've finished a couple matches on critical damage, and I've still done very well.
Okay, whatever.
I think it's all in how you play. If anything, I would say maybe you should take a look at your mech and see, maybe try and reconfigure it.
What exactly?
Well, you say you have a lot of problems with getting attacked and having armor loss, I would say maybe you should maybe get, if you don't already, I'd suggest Feral Fibrous and...
I am using Feral Fibrous.
Okay, well, take a look at your center torso and, you know,
Yeah, most of the
alter it.
armor's in the front. Keep the back off.
Well, that's probably your problem there, is that you've got all your armor up front, you got nothing protecting your rear. That's how you're dying so easily. Mechs are getting around you, and then they're taking you out from behind.
Whatever.
You have to balance this out. It's not something that you can just, okay, I'm going to put armor here and go. You have to balance it out. I'm constantly rethinking and reconfiguring mechs because I'm always running into a new snag.
Airstrike online.
But I'd really like to... Okay, well, if you don't want to talk about community warfare, then let's change gears and let's talk a little bit more about, let's talk about the new map. You got to play it, didn't you?
The new map?
Yes, the factory map.
The one that's coming out next?
Yes.
No, I never got to play it.
Oh. Well, surely you've seen it.
No one... Yeah, I've seen it. It's on a video.
Well, what are your thoughts on the new map?
It looks great. It's dark. Very smooth, very high, but it might piss me off a little. But pretty good. It looks
I
like
have
a
to-
mech warrior game. That's what I'm saying here. Doesn't look like some kind of bullshit.
I would definitely have to agree with you. I like the fact that, to quote the devs, I mean, it really looks like they have...
And it looks much bigger than the other maps.
It does look bigger, and that's what I kind of like. He even
More
said
breathing
it's
space
looking...
than in there.
It's looking to the point where, you know, you have multiple places where you can have mini battles and there's lots of cover. I like that. I think it's really a smart decision. I'm very interested in it. I like dark maps. I'm not too big of a fan of the brighter maps. I mean, some of them are good. I like playing in some of the maps. One of the issues I have is I feel that Forest Colony, I think that it needs to be brighter. I think it's a bit too dark. It's kind of got that depressing feel.
You know, like you can color personalize your mech.
What?
You know you can personalize your mech?
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to fix that up too.
I will agree. I mean, I had one guy who asked me, I feel
Come
it's
on,
really...
who wants to buy colors? It's just colors for God's sakes. It's not like you have body kits for your mech. Well, that'd be funny, wouldn't it?
What
Body
is this
kits
guy
for your
doing?
mech. Make
If
your
anyth-
mech look like... Make your hat look like an atlas, or give a tuxedo to your atlas. That's body kits for you.
Okay, I'm watching some guy kill a teammate by shooting out his legs. This is not cool.
But you like it.
No, I think team killers are not cool. That's not cool.
They still get screwed over. They lose money.
Are you seriously gonna tell me that you... Oh my god.
They still get punished. You know, they lose cash.
They don't care though, but even though this guy says, sorry, I didn't know you were a friendly, the dude told you it was a friendly. I mean, he was on he was on your team, and you're telling me you didn't notice that he was a friendly? Really? Are you seriously gonna sit there and tell the entire team that? I'm sorry, I'm not buying that for a single second. That's no. And then you're just gonna go and shoot the corpse. I'm sorry, I can't buy that you legitimately thought that was an enemy.
Well.
I'll admit I've made one or two mistakes, but and I'm not using this as an excuse.
No one thinks you are.
I mean, it's been in the heat of the battle where I have misjudged friend
We
from
like to
foe.
kill each other for fun. This game gets boring after a while.
I'm gonna do 2 more matches, and then I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night, and I hope these matches go relatively fast, not because I want to get, done with them. Well, I do want to get done with them because I've got stuff in the morning. I need to get to bed and get to sleep. To be honest, I'm just
I
trying to
want to
keep...
ask you something. How do you play this game without getting bored?
There's always a new challenge for me to overcome.
What's the challenge? They don't update as much. They update very rarely.
I am constantly making
And when
changes
they
to my
do
mech.
update very little, or it just makes it worse.
I'm working on saving up...
weapons or anything.
Well, you ask how I can't get bored. I do get bored on some days. That's why I stop playing. Usually I'll come back the next day.
Every day I play this game. I don't even play it every day. I want to play Titanfall. That's more fun than this. And that's I don't want to admit that. I hate admitting that. Because I love MechWarrior. I love how the game looks. It just bores me. It's the same routine again and again.
I hate hearing you say that.
Me too. I hate hearing it come out of my mouth. But that's the fucking honest truth.
Well, what keeps me going...
I love the game. I just hate how boring it is. They need more things in it.
Well, really what keeps me going is the fact that there are modules that I'm trying to get. I've been trying...
Yeah, like Game Changers modules. They don't do that much.
Well, I'm trying like hell to get the radar deprivation. And I actually screwed...
Sensors
Same thing.
online.
Just Warframe
Weapons
updates more
online.
often than adds to the game.
All systems nominal.
I'm just trying... I honestly am just trying to get... I'm trying to get things done with my mechs. I'm trying to get all my mechs up to mastery level. And that's taking a lot of time out. You asked me
And
how I
then
can get...
what?
What?
When you're done with that, then what?
And then I play. I play just...
And then you get bored.
Well, yeah, when I get bored, I stop playing for the day or the night or whatever it happens to be.
Until they update where the updates.
No, I'm usually right back in the swing of the things within 24 hours, if not 12.
Yeah, I usually check back if anything new, but nothing happens.
I'm always checking up and keeping a tab on things. I mean, to be honest, I think Community Warfare is going to hit right around the time when we hear... it is to my suspicion right now that Jade Falcon is currently attacking Rosselhide Republic. Every single faction except for Davion has moved mechs into Rosselhide Republic, if not their own borders. And if you follow Battletech lore, it specifically states that the clan invasion started in Rosselhide Republic, and they moved down the middle, attacking everywhere they go to get to Terra, which in fact is Earth. It is, call this my headcanon here, but I suspect that Community Warfare will hit right when we get word that the clans have started the race to get to Terra.
Warning.
And I suspect that we're going to hear that it's Jade Falcon who has in fact started the attack. Because, again, if you follow Battletech lore, it was a race to Terra. And really, I'm going to be really happy when we get to the point where they say, when Lau finally says, I can't hear ya.
I got a bad feeling about Community Warfare.
Dude, I'm getting hammered by way too many mechs.
Yeah, Community Warfare, I got a bad feeling about it.
Well, what are your grievances with it?
I don't think it's gonna go off good.
Missile.
Well, what makes you think that?
Battles are gonna stop perfectly as they wanted, but it's gonna start slowing down and slowing down, and then everyone's gonna give up eventually, or just not battle fun.
Well, I think maybe that might happen too, but there really is a standpoint of we don't...
Someone's gonna own all the territory. Someone is.
Well, obviously you're gonna get the... Obviously you're gonna get the people who want to fight for their house and they want to do a lot with their house. I mean, even if I want to be able to be
When
the
that
one...
happens, I'm gonna take a picture of it and laugh.
Dude, I'm in a heavy combat. I can't hear you very well.
Target destroyed.
I'm gonna be laughing out loud.
Critical damage. Critical damage. Ultra destroyed.
I've got a message and I think that maybe you might be right, and that, you know, there is probably going to be an issue where matches will start to slow down, and that's just how it's going to be. I mean, when you have something as big as the clan Inner-Sphere War, I mean, it's going to be war. Things are going to slow down. They're not going to go as fast as you'd like them to go.
Acquired.
I'm really I really want to see this, and I really hope that this kicks off really well, and I think it'll be a very large success.
Target destroyed.
I mean, we obviously have conflicting viewpoints on what's going to happen, and as is to be expected.
Be right back.
Target acquired. Target destroyed. New target acquired. Warning, incoming missile.
As it particularly stands out, you can't really tell what the future of Battletech is to come. It's one of those things that we're going to have to kind of just sit tight and be along for the ride.
New target acquired. New target acquired.
I get the feeling that you're just kind of not talking anymore.
New target acquired. Target destroyed. New target acquired. At 25%.
I think this is my fifth match, so after this I think I'm going to be shutting down.
Critical.
I'm trying to remember what the last match I was on.
Target destroyed.
I think it was Frozen City. I don't remember though.
Target acquired.
Well, after all, when I get into editing, I'll count the matches and if I'm in fact short one, then I'll just record a match solo.
Missile. Target destroyed. Target acquired. At 25%. Warning, incoming missile. AMS ammo at 25%. Target destroyed. Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Well, I think if anything, apart from you guys seeing me actually do a live commentary, okay, not live, but actual commentary of the game, and we've discussed the game more of, and a little bit of in between. If you guys have any comments or things you'd like to add, maybe something you'd like us to discuss for future topics, please feel free to put them in the comments section or email me, or you can even look us up on the site. I try to keep a regular update of what's going on with the company and the MechWarrior universe. As always, I'm open for anyone to be joining in. I think we're good for the night. I'm Spectre, and this has been CJ, and until next time, we will see you on the battlefield.